Coming up in the morning edition, the Prime Minister to address the nation tonight. We have an update on the recent BPL power outages, and Junior Jonkanu set to take place this week. It's Monday morning and the start of a brand new week. Good morning and welcome to the Morning Edition. I'm LaDawn Davis. And joining us live here on the Morning Edition to tell us how things are shaping up weather-wise is Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good morning, Basil.
Good morning, LaDawn. The ZNS Tower Cam showing some gray skies with some showers in the distance. Those showers are associated with a cold front, which is pushing through the capital as we speak. Satellite pictures showing that line of showers and thunderstorms moving right through South Abaco, right on the western edge of the Providence and across North Andros. We'll tell you all about that later on in the newscast. But outside of our studios, mostly cloudy, temperatures 77 degrees, relative humidity 78%. The winds are quite strong out of the south-southwest at 25 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,017.8 millibars. That's 29.74 inches, and it is steady. Temperatures around the islands this morning, a very cool 57 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, also Grand Turkey, Marsh Harbor down to 58 degrees in the Berry Islands, 75 also in Allenstown, Bimini, Harbor Island 76, Roxanne, Eleuthera at 77 degrees, Allenstown, Cat Island 74, 75 in Stanley Key, Kemp Space on Andros, 74 in Fresh Creek, that's in Central Andros. In San Salvador and Rum Key, 74s as well. A little warmer in Clarenstown, Long Island, 78, Crooked Island 78 degrees, 77 in Betsy Bay, Maguana, Acklands as well, Ragged Island 78 degrees, Matthew Town in Agua 77, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 78 degrees. Your boating forecast for today in the northwestern islands, the winds will be northwest at 15 to 20 knots, gusting up to 35 knots at times. Wave ice very rough at 4 to 7 feet. Low tide takes place at 8:01 this morning, and your high tide at 1:55 in the afternoon. For the central and southeastern islands, south to southwest winds 15 to 20 knots, and the wave ice 4 to 7 feet over the ocean. That's going to do it for your first look at weather, the morning edition. Stay tuned. Your forecast for today and tonight is still ahead.
Thanks a lot, Basil. Meanwhile, traffic reporter Sieska Adderley is standing by with traffic cops to tell us what we can expect on our streets this morning. Hello, Sieska. We apologize. We're having some technical difficulties there. Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis, in the first in a series of reports for 2019, will address the nation on a broad range of national issues this evening at 8 o'clock. This evening's national address or report will focus on what the government is doing to boost the economic growth, to assist with job creation, and provide opportunities for all Bahamians. This report will also provide an overview of the national economy and significant investment projects. Also to be highlighted are plans to strengthen Bahamian and foreign investment and developments in the financial sector. Now be sure to tune in at 8 o'clock tonight for the PM's address, which will air on ZNS TV 13. In other news, many Bahamas Power and Light customers suffered power outages on Saturday due to some issues at the Gladstone South substation. BPL released a statement late yesterday to announce that all customers serviced by the Gladstone South substation have had their power restored, the last being just after 12:30 a.m. on Saturday. The statement says one of the two transformers at the station developed a fault, but BPL was able to reroute power from another direction. Repairs to the transformers are currently underway, and BPL advised the public to report power-related emergencies or outages by calling 302-1800 or 323-5561. Enrollment numbers at Temple Christian School is healthy this academic year, according to Principal Perry Cunningham. Cunningham told ZNS News recently that he is pleased with the enrollment of over 1,000 students at that private institution.
We had an oversubscription in terms of registration, and for the new school year, it looks pretty good as well. A number of our schools, our association, are doing extremely well in terms of registration and enrollment. As the economy improves, so enrollment improves. We'll be fine.
Additionally, Cunningham revealed that there are some new programs in the pipeline expected to enhance the school's curriculum.
We started the Onyx program. The Onyx program is a math-driven program where students connect with the computer, and it is a tutorial kind of a program. And so we have classes at school-based, but they can also use the system or the program away from school. It's 24/7, and we see that that has impacted in terms of our results at grade 9 level to the BJCs, but we open it up for practically a number of the classes and grade levels. And so we are extremely pleased with that. And one of the things that we just started, we've been an ACT center for several years, but we are one of the few centers that are computer testing in terms of ACT. So we upgraded the infrastructure there, and so with the ACT assessment, the kids take the actual assessment by way of computer.
Now, traffic reporter Sieska Adderley is once again standing by with traffic cops to tell us what we can expect on our streets this morning. Hello again, Sieska.
Good morning. This morning's traffic report, we're coming to you live from the intersection of John F. Kennedy Drive and Gladstone Road, and we're coming to you under some very interesting conditions. It is both wet and windy, and here to tell us how those conditions will impact our morning commute is Corporal Decore Barr from the Traffic Division. Good morning, Corporal Barr. How are you on this wet Monday morning?
Good morning, Sieska. Good morning, Bahamas. I'm good, Sieska.
All right, so how do wet and rainy and windy, how does that impact our morning commute?
Well, the wind is really going to affect the persons who have not left home as yet. It's going to cause them to be somewhat in a slum or a slum-like state, and they may want to drag. However, we'd advise persons who have not yet taken to the streets to try to get out as quickly as possible. Because of the rain, this is going to cause major congestions. A lot of backup persons are going to drive a bit slower, and we'd want to encourage that and to be a lot more cautious while driving throughout the streets today.
Now, speaking of cautious, what are some of the, bad habits that we adopt when it's raining? One of the bad habits we have is driving with hazard lights on. That's not a good idea. It would cause other motorists to not know if you want to turn or to think you're turning, and they may pull out of a corner ahead of you. To make yourself more visible, we'd advise you to drive with your headlights instead of your hazard indicators. Okay, now, Corporal Barr, is there also a problem, with people trying to avoid potholes or puddles as well? Is that also an issue that you all face when it's wet? Yes.
If you want to avoid a pothole or a puddle, my advice to you is to try to slow down a bit. Wait till the oncoming traffic is clear to go around. Don't just try to swing around whatever it is that you may be trying to avoid. That could be very, very dangerous for you or other road users. And we're still going to have some pedestrians who are out, and we want to still pay special attention to those persons as well.
All right. Thank you so much, Corporal Decore Barr. We're coming to you live, as I said, from the intersection of John F. Kennedy Drive and Gladstone Road. And it's wet and it's windy. So be careful, guys, out there on the streets. Back to you in the studio, LaDon.
Thanks a lot, Sieska. Stay close. We've got more news right after this. You're watching The Morning Edition.
We've all got plans for our golden years. Unfortunately for many, this may just be wishful thinking. To generate an annual income in retirement of $70,000 for 20 years at a rate of return of 5%, with inflation running at 3%, requires more than $1.1 million. So how do you save that much money? Many companies provide a group pension plan to help their employees by deducting an amount each month from their pay to contribute to the plan. Personal Pension Plan, or PPP, is similar to a group plan, but offered only to individuals. These plans offer many of the same benefits and features. Contact us for more information on pensions.
Make your company representative stand out through an embroidery design on your uniforms from Janae's Uniform Center, Chesapeake Road. Janae's utilizes the latest state-of-the-art embroidery technology to monogram large and small quantities of shirts, caps, bags, and other articles. If you don't already have a digitized logo, Janae's can design and digitize your idea and bring it to life. Then install the logo of your choice from their large selections of 27 stock colors of golf shirts in cotton or dry fit, caps, or workwear. Call 394-8385 or 6 or visit www.janaes.com.
Once again, here we go, having to deal with blacklistings.
You know, they come up so frequently, and, you know, you always have to try to be ahead of the curve, and you know, we're trying to do that. But, you know, at the minute you've tackled one issue, another one comes up, and sometimes they're for such minute reasons that it's very difficult to gauge what's going to happen next.
And whether we consider it fair or unfair is irrelevant. The reality is we have to start thinking about ourselves in that global arena and how are we going to fit in to, one, I'm going to say, add the value proposition, but two, not be seen as what I'm going to call the boogeyman as far as these larger jurisdictions are concerned.
But now, of course, after they've done whatever they've done, if we're on it, they give you recommendations as to what you can do to get off of it?
I don't know, but whether you figure out.
Harvest Community Sunday School continued a tradition celebrating Community Spirit Sunday afternoon in Woods Alley off Market Street. The 18th annual Rally in the Alley and Awards presentation, which features a number of marching bands and other Sunday school selections, saw a full turnout. This year's theme was Pressing On. Organizer and superintendent of the Big Harvest Community Sunday School, Reverend John Ferguson, had this to say about how the event has impacted the community over the years.
Positive things can happen in areas that people believe nothing positive can happen. And we've been here for the past 24 years, and this is our 18th rally. And as you can see, standing room only. I tell you, it's a labor of love. And this community is the better off because of this Sunday school that is committed to making sure that the gospel of Jesus Christ is told and is expounded to children at an early age. A lot of antisocial behavior was once the order of the day. But look now, I mean, it's peaceful. And a lot of things that used to happen that was not good, good things are now happening.
Also attending were a number of ministers who gave brief remarks to those attending the ceremony. Member of Parliament for St. Anne's, the Honorable Brent Simonet, shared the importance of supporting community events.
For more years that I can remember, this last week in January has always been in the Rally in the Alley here. Pastor Ferguson and his congregation here do a tremendous amount to help the children and young persons in this area, and it's important to make sure we encourage that, support it, so that persons in this area feel they're not forgotten, they feel encouraged, and as the motto this year is, continue to press on to greater heights.
Junior Junkanoo is making a comeback this year to highlight Bahamian culture and tradition among youth. The drawing to select the order of entry for Junior Junkanoo was held Thursday afternoon at the Esso service station on Faith Avenue. A number of schools, including some in the Family Islands, were represented as teachers and students came out to show their support. Director of Youth Darren Turnquest on this year's Junior Junkanoo Parade.
This year marks the 31st annual Junior Junkanoo Parade in conjunction with the Ministry of Education, the National Junkanoo Committee, and Sol Petroleum. We'll let them drive past. Sol Petroleum Limited, the title sponsor for the Junior Junkanoo Parade since its inception in 1988. Here in the Bahamas, Junkanoo is the pride and joy of the Bahamian people. There are many festivals all around the world, but in the hearts, minds, and spirit of Bahamians, Junkanoo is the greatest show and the greatest festival on earth.
The parade is scheduled to take place on Bay Street Thursday at 6 p.m. 19 schools will be participating, 6 in the preschool category, 4 in the primary school category, 5 in the junior high schools, and 4 senior high schools. One of the sponsors for the Junior Junkanoo Parade is Seoul Petroleum Bahamas Limited. General Manager of Seoul, Keith Glinton, had this to say.
In my mind, Junkanoo is the ultimate educational tool for passing on one of those things that I can say is uniquely Bahamian. And so we are so excited that Junior Junkanoo ensures that perpetuation. We are so proud to have been a part of this for 31 years.
And in our final story this morning, on January 22nd at about 6:45 a.m., Elkim Bo came home from work to find an unusual animal resting on the grass next to his driveway. He called his wife Judlika outside, and they identified the animal to be a large owl. The owl moved its head and eyes but was clearly injured. The couple got the injured owl to Adastra Gardens, where, under the care of veterinarian Bonnie Young, it received medical treatment. Adastra Gardens identified the bird to be a female barn owl. Unfortunately, the owl named Talon by Bo succumbed to its injuries. It goes to show that there are still Bahamian citizens out there doing their part. Kudos to the Bows. Now, if you have a similar story or similar stories, kindly write to and let us know. So, Fisher, what's coming up in sports?
Very interesting. I've never seen nothing like that before. Good for him to take it to the Adastra Garden. But coming up in sports, Buddy Hield got a big award on the weekend. He's going to compete in the NBA All-Star three-point competition. Cumberland Schools sudden death basketball playoff starts tonight, and also the University of Bahamas, they were in Grand Bahama on the weekend doing a recruitment drive, so it all went well on the weekend for them. It's definitely a little bit under the weather, but I'm feeling much better. You know why? Because I couldn't wait to come to work to see you, Linda.
So you're going to be shooting some hoops?
Yeah, shooting hoops. Yeah, I'm going to shoot some hoops.
Okay, that and more ahead in sports.
Relax, enjoy, savor, unwind, and exhale, knowing we've got you covered every step of the way. Find out why we pride ourselves on being the largest and oldest insurance agency in the Bahamas. Log on to jsjohnson.com for more information and like us on Facebook. J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, giving you peace of mind.
If you are building or renovating, and if you want a one-stop shop, then We Buy You Sell, your windows and doors specialist, is the place for the highest impact, highest quality, fully laminated hurricane impact windows and doors, lifelong lasting PVC frame with steel in the frame, non-rust mechanism throughout the frame. We also have the best prices on porcelain, plank, and mosaic tiles. Visit We Buy You Sell in the old Hastings Tile Building on Robinson Road, or call us at 327-6427 or 698-1140.
Good morning once again and welcome to Sports Monday. I'm Charles Fisher. The place to be this afternoon, the Kendall Isaacs Gym, the GSSSA, that's the Cumberland Schools Basketball Sudden Death Playoffs will get underway. Junior girls, T.A. Thompson taking on C.H. Reyes. Junior boys, Donald Davis, they've dominated this division. They'll face H.O. Nash. Senior girls, C.I. Gibson against C.I. Walker. And for the senior boys, Doris Johnson against Anatole Rogers. The other half of the playoffs will go on Tuesday. As for how things are looking, GSSSA President Pharrell Davis.
These senior boys are ready to play, If you will see how you see our practice gym was, I expect the same thing at Kendall Isaacs Gym. The competition can be stiff, everybody's fighting. The playoffs, I mean, I can't wait to see it. It's going to be very exciting. I don't know who can come on top, but may the best team win. It's going to be a good, exciting playoff season. Please come out, please come out. You don't want to miss it.
And staying with basketball, almost 24 basketball players made it to the trials as well. Head coach Marcus Roll had a short meeting to talk about the program before hitting the court for some players, warm-ups and stretches over there in Grand Bahama. After it was off to the races, Coach Roll put the players through the ropes, starting with shooting drills from both ends of the court, with lots of endurance work in between. Many of the players who came out to the recruitment exercise at St. George's had some shooting skills to put on display. Coach Roll says he was impressed by the talent level of players on the island and is looking forward to possibly seeing some of them in Mingo's uniform this coming season.
1 or 2 underclassmen really caught my eye. And I've definitely, at least 2 12th graders that were very, very impressive. Got a little bit of size, got some pretty good shooters. I'm really, really excited about the talent that we can gather from Grand Bahama this year.
Also, this note to pass on, Buddy Hield is into the three-point competition during the NBA All-Star Weekend, February 16th. As for DeAndre Ayton, he missed yesterday's game against the Los Angeles Lakers. That's his 4th straight miss. No timetable on when he will be back on the court. He's suffering a left ankle injury. As for the private schools, they'll start their sudden death playoffs on Tuesday. So it's a busy week of basketball. Make sure going down to the Kendall Isaac Gym and check out the government schools and the BAISS. You know, ZNS told Sports we're going to be busy, but we're going to bring you all the highlights throughout the week. Stay tuned for that.
Trafficking in persons, or human trafficking, is also referred to as modern-day slavery. It is defined as the recruiting, transporting, harboring, and receiving of persons by means of deception, force, and threats in order to exploit them. The persons are exploited mainly for sexual purposes and forced labor. A victim of trafficking can be a man, woman, or child. Trafficking in persons is a criminal offense. A person convicted of the offense in the Bahamas can receive sentences ranging from 3 years to life in prison and fines of up to $15,000. If you feel that you are a victim of trafficking in persons or suspect that someone is, contact any of the following agencies immediately. The Royal Bahamas Police Force, 919. The National Hotline, 322-2763. The Crisis Center Hotline, 328-0922. The Ministry of National Security, 502-3300. Let us all do our part to keep this horrendous crime out of our country. This message has been brought to you by the National Trafficking in Persons Task Force in conjunction with the Ministry of National Security.
Everybody, are you on TV? Look, are you on TV? Mom, guess what it is? That's me. Bartender, do you see me? Are you on television? I gotta tell my girlfriend I'm on television.
Hello?
Babe, turn your television to ZNS. Quick, I'm on television.
I don't have a TV in there.
We have Wi-Fi though.
We have Wi-Fi.
That's fine. They upgrade now. You can watch it live from your phone. You just have to download the app.
All right, hold on.
Go to the App Store, type in ZNS, download the app, and you'll be able to watch ZNS straight from your phone. Hurry up and start over again.
Get your news and more anytime, anywhere with the new ZNS app. Stay connected from around the globe with our live stream news updates, all in the palm of your hand. You can also listen to the ZNS Radio Network for your favorite music. Go into your Apple or Google Play Store and download the ZNS app today.
Present check?
Miss I's star now. I still gotta pay? It's the OT with yours truly, Charles Fisher.
Buddy Hield and the Kings have their...
Buddy Hield seems to be having the best season of his career. He had 32 points the other night. It was a bit disappointing, Shawnee Miller not winning the IAAF World Female Athlete of the Year. The high school rankings will soon be out. Tabernacle, the defending champion, CC Sweeting, they are always there. Who will it be this year? Each Monday on 1540 AM and 104.5 FM, it's the OT with yours truly, Charles Fisher.
Like when you're on the island and you're trying to duck the mosquitoes? Yeah. Pretty much.
This is our big adventure. See it on Ordinary People. Right here on TV 13. Yes!
Now you can watch the ZNS network of channels absolutely free. That's right, ZNS is now broadcasting 3 separate channels, free to air on Channel 13. One channel has the regular ZNS TV HD programming. One is the Parliamentary channel, and one is the 24/7 television community page. These channels may be accessed simply by attaching either a rabbit ears antenna or an indoor amplified antenna to the RF input connector on the back of your digital television or flat screen TV. Once the antenna is connected, select TV mode and choose Auto Scan, and your TV will automatically pick up Channel 13 at no charge. Once you're on Channel 13, just use the channel selector to go to each of the 3 ZNS free channels. Antennas are available on many sites online. Free TV, ZNS brings it back to you.
Tune in this coming Monday, January 28th, 2019, beginning at 8 p.m. for a national report from Prime Minister Dr. the Most Honorable Hubert Minnis. In this, his first national report for 2019, the Prime Minister will report to the nation on a number of key national issues, including the economy, tourism, the Port of Nassau, jobs, and the increase in employment. He will also highlight an exciting number of investments that are being planned for New Providence, Eleuthera, Abaco, Long Island, Andros, Grand Bahama, and several others. That's the first national report for 2019 from Prime Minister Dr. the Most Honorable Hubert Minnis on this television station this coming Monday, January 28th, 2019, beginning at 8 p.m.
In our final look at what do we have, a cold front pushing through the northwest Bahamas. Right now you can see that line of showers with some embedded thunderstorms in it as well, as this moving right through South Abaco, right on the western edge of New Providence and across North Andros. That will continue pushing towards the south and east. Behind that, we anticipate some very breezy conditions, so small craft will have to exercise extreme caution as this frontal system continues to push through. Forecast for today, breezy with some morning clouds and showers, but by afternoon it will turn partly cloudy with your high temperature today struggling to get up to about 76 degrees. And tonight we're looking at partly cloudy and very cool, a low temperature of 66 degrees. The extended weather forecast, temperatures below 80s during the daytime for the 7-day stretch, so some pretty nice weather shaping up over the next several days for you. Those nighttime temperatures in the 60s, popping about 62 here on Wednesday before things start warming up a bit as we head into the weekend. So Dawn, there you have it. Nice weather conditions, frontal system pushing through, but for those boaters, we're asking them to do exercise extreme caution over the next day and a half.
I'm really enjoying this weather, Basil. Well, that's going to do it for the morning edition. Make sure to join us this evening at 6 p.m. for our 2-hour newscast. I'm LaDawn Davis. Have a great day.